Okay, so I just got done watching the Beyonce video, Run the World, Girls, and there's a lot to talk about here. Let's start at the beginning. I don't really understand this intro. Why are you riding a horse through the desert in a civilization that's clearly kind of been like disassembled, burnt to the ground? You know, like there's this kind of weird Stalin, Mao kind of like style, like picture of Beyonce on this wall that's clearly been like bombed or graffitied or whatever. But it's clearly a representation of a society that's kind of like been disassembled. Why? Um, and then we get to the point where she's almost dancing and she's wearing this black kind of furry vest. Why are your backup dancers half naked? Why? Like this song, Beyonce claims that this song is supposed to be very empowering to women. You're like, oh, we run the world and we run this mother is strong enough to bear the children and get back to business, all this stuff. Why are you not in a suit? Why are, if you really wanted to send this message of empowerment to women, then why are you writhing half naked in the desert? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense. Um, so the backup dancers, why? Just why? And then let's talk about the wild animals. The song is empowering. So in order to be empowered or to send this message of, you're a woman running the world, you're empowered, you need to have animals on chains. What is that saying? And then the costumes in this video and the whole physical representation of women in this video, the imagery is so powerful and it's so indicative of the message you're sending. It's there, but it's hiding behind, like the really cool kind of like da, 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 like dance moves and the great makeup and stuff like that. But it's absolutely there. And yeah, it's just like the hypersexualization of women. If you really wanted to make a video about women's empowerment, again, why not show an office? Like you have a verse about college grads. Okay, where are women with the degrees? Because last time I checked, women with degrees don't exactly dance or represent themselves like that through social media. But all right. Um, and then the destruction of the video, like the cars blowing up and this kind of war scene and this kind of like men who are soldiers and they're all in black and they have guns and like batons and these really scary shields, and these women who are, kind of like disassembled and a little bit rough looking with like their bright colors and their like sick dance moves and stuff. Like what is that saying? Like what is that dichotomy supposed to mean? They're beautiful and they can dance and they're really sexy and appealing, but a man has like actual real physical strength. And if you just listen to the song through the 2-minute mark all the way up to about the 2:30 mark, that whole verse, that whole section of the song is clearly about running the world through a woman's sexuality. My persuasion can build a nation. You'll do anything for me. How is that empowering to women? Basically telling them, yes, you run the world, but you do it with your sexuality. This is a song that 7-year-olds are probably listening to and thinking, oh my God, Beyonce is so great. Again, what kind of message is this video really sending? But I will say this. Beyonce has kind of consistently had this very passive stance on things like this. Like her MO has always been like, your lyrics may be really good and empowering, but your imagery is so convoluted. Like in a lot of the Jay-Z and Beyonce videos are like this. Crazy in Love is a really good example. Jay gets to sit there and look really cool with his like Rocawear, all black everything. And Beyonce is gyrating on the ground, thrusting her hips, throwing her hair. It's extremely interesting. And I think it's something that should absolutely be examined throughout her career. That one of the most powerful women in black media period, has consistently done this, has put herself in a lower position to men in her videos. Whether that's through dancing or through her lyrics, and people are saying like, oh, it's just her being sexy. But she's an icon. When you're at that level of fame and when you're at that level of influence, you have to know that your videos definitely carry far more meaning than you may intend them to. And then at the end of the video, let's talk about the salute. Now, if I could get past the hypersexualization of women in this video, if I could get past the fact that you're rolling around in the dirt and blowing shit up and talking about how like that just makes you so powerful and so awesome, I can't get past at the end of the video, after all of that, you're gonna salute these people. Like, she rips a badge off of him, but then she salutes them. That makes no sense. So you're gonna talk about how women run the world, how, you know, like, we're running this mother and like we're all powerful, but then you're gonna do an action that shows you as his subordinate and that shows you as his underling. You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. And this video, I think it's frustrating. It's frustrating to have one of the most powerful women, one of the most powerful singers of our generation, still be putting out video. Like, she's like a decade into her career. Bae, get it together, boo. Um, yeah, and I just think that it's very frustrating, and I keep going back to this, but just the image that you sexualize women to such a degree in this video. And I was having an argument with somebody, and they said, well, that's the only way you can communicate with men. That's the only thing men will understand. You know, they're simple, so you have to sexualize yourself in order to get them to understand that you're more powerful. I disagree. I disagree completely. I feel like if we're so much more powerful than them, then shouldn't we be above that? Shouldn't us sexualizing our bodies and selling ourselves, you know, kind of as like these colorful dancing prostitutes in the middle of the desert that really don't make sense? Like, why? Why are we still doing this? If we're so much powerful than them, then we should be beyond this. I'm sorry if this video comes out really convoluted or I'm not getting my points across, but I'm trying. And I just want to raise conversation about it and see what other people have to say, because as far as I'm concerned, the song is empty. The meaning of the song that it's supposed to carry is empty. And 19%, I'm right with you on the fact that women do not run the world. And for us to be saying we run the world, even if it's through our sexuality, is an unhealthy image. That being said, let me know what you guys think. Are we running the world? Really, Beyonce? Really?